we are back with Genshin because the game I want to be playing is not stable enough for that. I have to wait for tomorrow for that. And also, I miss streaming. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I got busy. I had a lot of things going on. I have less things going on now, so I'm back. Whee! Okay. Where am I? What am I doing? I don't know. It's been a while.
Propagate!
No, that's the wrong button. I remember how to play, I do. Honest. It's been a while. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Okay, no, I don't care. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go find something to do. Actually, yeah. Here we go. Let's just throw some stuff on you. I have no idea what like a proper build for him is. I'm just gonna throw him on stuff from what I have. I'm gonna have this one. But that's fine. Oh, I should probably level him up too, huh? Oh, yeah. Die. Oh, I don't remember how to play. But that's fine. I'm mostly doing this to just kind of hang out for a while. What do you need? Insufficient, okay. Down in the desert ruins. Okay, so I guess we'll head that way. Where is that? Map. I'm over here. That's nice. So, desert ruins. So, probably out this way. Do I have a teleport point? I have one that's kind of close. You'll do. We'll have to do. Okay. So I am here now. Where am I going? I'm going here. So find road, follow road. North. North in that way. That. Not that I need it, but I want it, because I can put it in my pocket before I shall.
What you got into this?
I am gonna ruin your day.
No escape! assault!
Propagate!
Having a bad day.
The wrong test subject.
I'll keep this close.
Okay. Are you all hostiles? Probably.
Happy to oblige.
Feeling lucky today?
Written in the stars. Ha!
No more tricks.
Let it rain.
You want this
Scatter.
one?
Okay. Where would we go? Eh. Let's just keep walking. So yeah, like I said at the start of this, I was gone for so long because I was kind of busy. I have audiobook complete and is in like its final stages of review before it can go out, which is fun, which is audiobook for this. And its sequel is done and up for pre-order, which is fun. So, yeah. My plane was full. And then I had a surprise visit from my older brother, so I was busy dealing with that. Thought about streaming with him here, but it just didn't work out. We were both too busy doing our own things. It's fine.
Take on a commission from
There's the viewpoint. Come here. Sand physics. Ooh. I'm terrible at wildlife. I'm wildlife's worst nightmare. Where are you going?
Propagate!
Me though. Anyways,
Is this an answer from this world?
should probably go get the big statue over there. Just so I can get back here quickly when I need to. Oh look, scorpions. Hello.
Scatter!
Goodbye. Beef from scorpions? That's a choice. Don't know if it's a choice I would make, but it's a choice. What are those? I'm gonna grab some. Yeah. Curious. Let's get up here. There's stuff over here to do. Which is not surprising. Yeah. Big world. Always stuff to do in it. What are you? Pity sand physics. Kind of makes me excited for if they ever introduce snow physics into this game. Not ice physics. Ice physics are usually the worst. But snow can be fun. Ah, cactus. Red sands. And some places that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. I don't think I have any. Well, I have a couple, but not enough to level you up. But that's fine. What a neat little village. This is giving me very strong Grand Canyon vibes, which I have been to. This feels some level of justification in discussing it. Here you go. So what's everybody else been up to? That was a terrible jump. This is why I don't play platformers. So the port is right here. Where did you go?
I'll keep this close.
It's time to make plans for the future.
What's this? Looks like a wind current of some kind. Is this a building or... I wonder how important this place is.
Numbers are correct. Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering the warehouse.
stars. There. What is that? That looks important. We're gonna walk towards it. It's probably not a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh, wait, there's a shiny nearby. And it's right down there. Yay, ill-advised jumps.
Surrender!
First me, lost and ruin your day.
Get him! Propagate!
Hello.
Propagate! A reward on the road.
There's something important down here. I see the waypoint, but I don't see what it's for. I'm just gonna keep walking off to the distance. Pretty sure I can't do anything with the giant mysterious building in the background, but we're gonna walk as close to it as I can. But if the game's gonna let me go up here, we might as well get these.
Through me, justice is served. Stronger than I anticipated. He's
We're gonna switch it up now. It's certainly interesting.
Scatter!
Okay, now what we actually came here for. Take me to shinies. Probably, actually, I have no idea where you find what I actually came here for, but it's fine. We're just gonna have fun and check out the new place. Well, new to me. I'm a little bit behind, but it's fine. I don't know. That's the first time I've used him. I note he's level 20. I've not had a chance to really put him through his paces, so to speak. I need to find his... what are they called? The beetle things. I mean, he looks cool. He kind of gives me Egyptian... Yeah, I'm sure they are. He kind of gives me Egyptian god Anubis vibes, which I appreciate, as someone who knows a thing or two about mythology. I appreciate the offer, but it's alright. I don't mind just kind of wandering aimlessly and exploring.
try to keep up. I'll take my leave.
No escape! Go, go! Scatter!
On this one.
Probably would have a better time if I went to go get the story missions and stuff, but, you know. Well, at least take at least a little bit of an unguided tour. also need to remember how to play. Because I don't think I've played this in like 3 weeks. Minimum. Probably more than that. It's been a while. Hello.
Where are you?
Decided
Decided
of
of
time.
Transgressions. Ha! Hey, get him! Propagate!
Never mind. It's done. There we go.
Propagate!
Quietly piss off.
No one escapes my sights! Got you! Spring forth! Scatter! Images got you! Out of my sight! Propagate! Scatter! This body belongs to ice and snow. A reward on the road.
Yes. And I should probably heal. Here we go. Okay. Forwards. And jump. But yeah, this looks big and dangerous. So that's probably gonna be fun. Oh, those pyramids over there. Cool. Isn't that delightful? Come here. It's a good one up here. Okay. And here we are. Mausoleum of King Deseret. So yeah, tis a pyramid. And just big open spaces. Okay. Well, this is a fun side adventure. Let's see where we're at in the story. Of course. Venture takes courage. Do I have that quest? here I am. Okay. Where's that at? Okay. Let's go talk to Catherine, because last I left off with Catherine, I'm pretty sure she's not who she says she is. Pretty sure there's something fishy about Catherine. Because some of the things she says gives me I'm not a real person vibes. So, let's see what your deal is. Ad Astra Abyssos. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Hi, Catherine. Hello, Catherine. Greetings. Both look great today. Are you here to take commissions or deal with other affairs? Why are you both staring at me? Is there something of significance that you would like to inquire about? Nope. We, just want to take commissions. Understood. You seem like a seasoned adventurer already. You could say that. You must be well acquainted with the Adventurers Guild way of operation, therefore I want you to taste your time going over it. If you have any questions for the Guild, please feel free to ask me at any time. Catherine, we know each other already. Because you've been pretty implicit that you're the same Catherine that we have in all the other cities, so why are you talking to us like we don't know what the Adventurers Guild is? Please begin with commissions in Samara City. Outstanding adventurers like you will surely be a great help here. Safe travels, traveler. Ad Astra Abyssos.
We spent quite some time in Sumeru's.
Ad Astra Abyssos. We meet again, you two.
Here we go.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Well, technically she does. We do have the dailies still to do, but I just don't feel like doing them.
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Do you have any idea how hard poems are to actually write?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Why does this feel like a prank?
What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed just imagining it. The audience will definitely have a reaction. Also, if I recall correctly, the Academia hates things like poetry, which is stupid. I think it's stupid, but yeah, this would be a disaster. I feel embarrassed just thinking about it.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
Who posted this commission? That's what I want to know. I want names, I want details.
In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for beatings? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together. I mean, depending on which group we go to, and if we pay them enough. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a great idea, but, like, both of these commissions are asking for trouble for some reason. I think she's glitching out. Isn't that just asking for a beating?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Are you okay, Catherine? Did getting possessed by a god upset you? Is that what this is?
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Paimon with the real questions.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're not Catherine, are you? You're Nahida, right? New friend.
obvious. I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
How about don't ask us to do things that you might either A, get us killed, or B, cause trouble. Like, if you want to hang out, Nahida, we could just hang out. I feel like there's a lot easier ways to do this.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
It's interesting that of all the people Nahida is choosing to possess, it's Catherine. Like, out of all of the people in this city who she could possess, it's Catherine. Is it because A, Catherine's someone she thinks she could pass off as more easily? Like, if she tried to do that with, like, one of the scholars, people would notice that something was wrong instantly? Or is it because that there's something going on with Catherine that may make her more susceptible to possession? Which is basically what's happening. Definitely curious.
From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So, Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods. What did you dream about?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one.
Unironically, I loved the time loop thing. That was actually a lot of fun. I loved that.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy.
Aww.
I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Varus, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
Probably would be easy since she's like 2 feet tall. You don't have to build the carriage that big to do it. So, that's within the realm of plausibility.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality...
Huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
I also love that the goddess of wisdom seems to be so inquisitive and curious. Like, that's just a fun bit of consistency.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
Like, it would be really, really easy to characterize her as this, like, all-knowing, all-wise entity. But instead, they're like, no, we're gonna make it to where she's always curious and wants to gather information and wants to learn. And thinks that there's always something new to learn about people. Which is, it's very interesting and a very neat way to characterize someone in her position. Because I think if we tried to pull the eternally wise old person again, it wouldn't work out. Because that worked really well with Zhongli, sure, but I don't think it would work a second time. So, I like that they went this direction.
By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
I also like that instead of just like, yeah, we're gonna fight a giant monster here, we're gonna be doing healing, essentially. It feels like an extension of when we purified the dragon in Mondstadt, whose name have completely slipped my mind.
But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
You know, what's sad about that is we probably have the same goal, more or less. But because they're being stubborn fools, we have to do our own thing, which is fine. I'm pretty sure Lamine prefers that to having to put up with people.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
I'll bet you, and then this is me being completely blind as to where the story is going, that whatever it is we do that's going to stop the withering is going to cost people the Akasha. But, you know, probably for the best.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
And Lamine continues to be the queen of facial expressions. Lamina's best traveler. Fight me. Where is she? Oh, she's over here.
Let's continue our chat here.
How is this any more
Okay,
private?
So do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Can we at least, like, go inside a building? Because this seems way too open still. Like, we are right next to a main street. Literally anybody could be walking right next to us and overhear this conversation.
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh boy. Possess a key here in academia. Possess a student to infiltrate the stage's quarters. We grab someone close to the sages and question them. I don't think possession's a good idea. Because A, I think it would be super noticeable. Because, no offense to Nahida, but her ability to interact like a normal human is about on par with her peers, to be honest. Like, even if they don't immediately realize who it is, they would realize something is up, which would not help us get information. So I think option number 3 is our best bet. We could grab somebody close to the sages and question them.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences.
Precisely. Well, I mean, we have the one friend who seems, if not super high up, at least decently respected in the academia. I mean, we'd probably have to do something terrible in exchange. Probably would have to help him do some terrible stuff in exchange, but, you know, it would be better than doing something stupid. Having even a semi-inside man would be better than going in completely blind.
After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Everybody with the little, with the Akasha thingy on their head.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
That's suspicious. That's highly suspect. Yeah, because they know they're dangerous.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Because they're stupid. Although, to be fair, if you know, she just walks around possessing people, I'd probably be like, I have questions.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
She's their god. She's, you know, been god for 500 years, I believe. How could I not know what she's up to?
I'm guessing not yet. But this trusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me.
I don't think they pay attention to urban legends, to be honest. They don't seem the type. Too skeptical to investigate anything fun.
In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
Probably for the best. As a
No
student.
way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
We noticed that she wasn't who we noticed she wasn't Catherine. I'm pretty sure if you woke up one morning and your dorm mate was acting completely different and had two random friends that came out of nowhere, you'd be like, I have questions and concerns.
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that
Also
would
that.
be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
Oh, she's worried she's not a good enough god. But, you know, with an attitude like that, it's perfect. Or at least better. This is the part where I give the other three a bit of side eye.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Exactly. I can't think of anything else. Out. Excuse me, I can. Can we not go talk to what's his face?
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already. According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved,
This is where we come in.
then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
I think we know somebody who fits that description.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Here we go.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
I have no idea who that is.
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Is she?
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu. I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh boy.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries. The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light.
Huh.
Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just a metaphor. Those are Sataria's true thoughts, right?
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
There's a lot of that in this game.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds exactly like the person we need. Does she, though? I have mixed feelings about this.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Cetaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Okay, and how exactly are we gonna get this
To
done?
prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Oh boy. I don't see this going the way Nahida thinks it will. We'll try. We'll try it her way.
This should be Cetaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we ask the fortune teller about Cetaria?
That's a bit direct.
No, I already have enough information on Cetaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Oh.
Talking style and key characteristics?
I know what the plan is. You're gonna possess the fortune teller, aren't you? And give her some mysterious fortune that will make her at least willing to talk to us. Is that the plan? Let's do this.
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Oh boy.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Probably not.
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
You have no idea. I feel like that's a gentle way of saying one tried to kill us. It's still our brother.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
This game is very irreverent towards divinity, which is delightful. Don't mind her. She's joking.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Oh boy. Define my prospects in health. Define my prospects in health. Let's do health.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years. Impossible.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Yeah. That's... Well, at least we know it's accurate. They're just as confused as we are, but it's fine.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
Shh. Paimon. That's a secret.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Aww.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Hart and Mert on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
What do they like to eat? Oh, they're cats and probably fish.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls? Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time.
Oh, that's sweet.
When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Oh boy. How many people are you planning to possess?
Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's probably for the best. The Akasha bite is probably evil.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
Precisely.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Okay.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city. Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's almost like she's the goddess of wisdom or something.
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
We'll see.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
I get the feeling that that's going to be hard as long as the sages are in charge. But, you know, maybe with the changes we're going to help along, she'll be able to get in easier. We'll see. So... oh boy. That's causing chaos.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Through a mass possession, or like body hopping.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh boy.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If this king was to criticize Sataria's actions, if he was to make demands of Sataria, let's go criticize.
So, how do we set that up?
She's gonna pretend to be the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks.
And I will be right back. I have returned.
If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be weary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
Oh boy.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep.
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Oh boy.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Wait, what?
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Oh no.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
This is gonna be a disaster.
That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've
been observing humans for a while. I've never been good at imitating them.
Oh, good. She's aware of her faults.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Sometimes you have to do something drastic to open the other person's eyes.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
And I don't think this is... I think this might be the most morally dubious thing Lumine's done in the game that we know of. I mean, probably. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the most, like, this is... I mean, I'm here for it.
Alright,
But, like...
then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
It's fine. Here. Time. Is that not long enough of a wait? Don't care. Here we go. This one. And we have to wait more. Okay. Let's do this. And hope this doesn't end up a complete disaster.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Shh, Paimon, you're gonna get us caught.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Oh boy.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go.
Oh
Looks
boy.
like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Oh boy. Oh, is this not super conspicuous?
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Oh boy.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
You have no idea. Meow. Good kitty.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
This one.
That's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Ahem. So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Paimon's gonna get us caught.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Whoops.
Oh, please pay no mind to those kinds of details.
We're gonna fail
the
this.
gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Oh,
Why
boy.
haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
You have no idea.
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago.
Oh boy.
Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Oh boy, we've been busted at stage 1. This is what happens when you have the two most socially inept people in this entire world try impersonating people. Huh? Scarlet King's resurrection is a misinformation campaign? Oh, we goofed.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
We're gonna stop possessing her. She's gonna ask about this like the next day. She's gonna be like, "What were you on about yesterday?" She's gonna be like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." Oh boy.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
I think you did good. You did something. Oh boy.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Of course she seemed upset.
Well done.
Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Hopefully we don't get the little fortune teller arrested or something. I would feel bad.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harvata theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything.
Please don't
Anyway, enough
judge.
of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
Yeah, don't judge regular human interactions by interacting with Lumine. It doesn't really count.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
No mail. Oh boy. Now let's don't screw this up, yeah? Also, you'd think she'd notice that
It's
everyone
okay.
in her life.
I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Beastry
Oh,
work.
right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling a lot better and he's walking more now. He's feeling a lot better. He can lift stuff now. Walking because he broke his
Oh,
leg.
that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
That's delightful.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert. Yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Oh boy.
Team, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa, Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role. I wasn't too harsh, was I?
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria.
We're just gonna shove her off that cliff and see if she sprouts wings.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
I don't think that'll help. I mean, unless you want to go dressed as him, which I don't think is a good idea. Because I'm pretty sure all the Scarlet King talk and then you show up in her head as, the Dendro Archon, that would be a disaster.
Come on, Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
But I just don't want to get caught.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately?
You have no idea.
Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
No, I've been spending all my time studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Busted.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Jishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Come on, Lumine, you don't have pyro powers yet. Somebody get her a bucket of water. Thank goodness. Hello, police. There seems to have been an arson.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
Not
This
get
is the
involved.
most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
To do what?
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Oh boy.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Come on.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
You know, that's a funny thing for you to say, considering you've been hung up over a dead god. You know, previous Archon. When you have a living one right there, who you've been, as far as I can tell, actively impeding. So, yeah, quietly get off that horse. Why don't you?
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
Oh, boy. I really hope that this decision doesn't have cataclysmic consequences.
You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Lumine takes no prisoners.
Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
We're gonna give this poor girl a mental breakdown. So, I feel bad. I mean, she did play a part doing something terrible, so I get it, but also, like, this seems a bit much.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland.
And here we
No
go.
matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You should follow your heart. It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great. We finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
An outcast that even the sages are still wary of. Sounds like somebody we need to go say hi to.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha.
Of course they have.
Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
Boy, I hope what we're doing now doesn't appear on that, on whatever transcripts or records or however it is they're keeping an eye on activity through this thing. Because that is how we're doing this. So, oh boy.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
Oh boy.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
Shh,
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
But is it made for a god to pray? Like, you're the one people pray to. Why would you need to pray?
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars?
Exactly.
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Oh boy. Maybe a different time. Okay. Let's go here. here, I think. Here we go. Not quite. A little bit longer. That'll do.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Nahida?
We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the Academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
That's concerning.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Speaking of which, don't you feel like something is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's just a little too quiet around here.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual.
Hopefully all the people we possessed didn't get, like, rounded up or something.
If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
I really hope we didn't get a whole bunch of innocent people in trouble.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
Press X to doubt.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Oh boy.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Hey, I could do plenty to protect you, Paimon. Also, you're never involved in any of the fights anyway. I think I'm the one in the most danger here.
Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Oh boy. It's a trap, isn't it? It's probably a trap. Does this have a little thing? Probably just the... Yeah, I don't care. I have to step away again. I will be right back. Okay. Let's do this. Have we been betrayed? Hopefully not, but we'll see.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
I don't trust this.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Oh god.
The people of Samir City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru!
Time for the Dendro Archon to be a Dendro Archon.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Oh, we done screwed up. We screwed up. Oh, it's never that easy. It's never that easy. Of course not. Oh, I was wondering if we were going to see a Fatui in here. Oh boy. Now, if I've understood the lore correctly, that is also the one that traumatized our little green-haired friend.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
All you do is float around. What do you need to catch your breath for?
Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She can jump between minds. Hopefully she'll be fine. I'm not sure. That guy was pretty terrifying.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
Oh boy. Yeah, we did not think this planned through correctly. Oh boy. So where are we gonna go now?
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently.
Well, at least now we have something in common with the sages. We don't like him and want him gone. So, maybe this will be a good opportunity.
And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this problem. We underestimated the number of parties involved.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui.
Oh, there's just more people to stab with swords.
But what are the Fatui after this time. Another Gnosis?
We need to find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's start our own investigation. Let's go find someone else who might be involved. Let's go start our own investigation.
You mean?
Let's go find Tighnari. And yes, I am aware that there's like a controversy around the pronunciation of his name, but I'll level with you. I'm bad at pronouncing things. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, which might sound silly coming from a fantasy writer who has to deal with silly fantasy names a lot, and names that she's made up, but I'm aware and I cannot promise. And I'm just going to go with the game's canonical pronunciation. And if you're curious in my opinion on that particular topic in general, as long as the game is internally consistent with itself, I don't have strong feelings about it. But yeah, I mean, this is a game that has to deal with pronunciations of things across a lot of different languages. So, and sometimes you just have to settle on one that's going to be easy to be consistent with. Because at the end of the day, this is Sumeru. This is not... Well, it does take a few aesthetic cues from certain IRL places. It's not meant to be an exact replica of them. So, pronouncing things a little bit differently is, at least in my opinion, okay. Like, even Mondstadt's pronunciations are all over the place. Realistically, if we are to compare it to the language it's loosely based off of. So, it is what it is.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project.
I would suspect
Even though he
so.
turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
At the very least, we should probably tell him that a certain somebody is in Sumeru. Just in case. Because I'm pretty sure if our little green-haired friend sees him with no heads-up or warning, that would be disastrous for her mental health. So, letting her know that, hey, he's in the country might be a good idea. Just in case he finds out where she is. Which he could, considering everything that just happened. That's an option that's on the table, I think. So, some heads-up would probably be for the best. Like, hey, you know that guy that traumatized you? He's around. So, prepare plans to get her somewhere very far away if need be. Yeah. I want that waypoint. And we're gonna go back to Lace. But oh boy. That was a disaster. That was a mess. But, you know. Oh, do I have that with my glowing red? Or am I crazy? Yeah, I have this one already. I'm being silly. Okay. Yeah, actually, this looks like a decent place to jump off from. To go to place. This place is that way-ish. At least where we're going. So, yeah. I mean, Nahida could probably jump into a body outside the city, I think. But I wonder whose body she's going to inhabit for a little while. Probably. I mean, we'll find out, I suppose. So, I'm not too worried about her.
Hold it right there.
Also, she doesn't have the thing that they want anyway. If I remember the lore correctly. It's been a while. Somebody
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Aw, that's cute. You think you brought enough guys.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The guy who we just ran away from, I would bet. Who we have to stab several times with my sword.
The Outcast? An outcast from the Academia?
Sounds like the Doctor. Unfortunately, it's not Doctor Who. Otherwise, this problem would solve itself. Yeah, I would need to prepare some Doctor jokes.
But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui. Maybe he's taking advantage of the Academia's resources.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up, Traveler!
It's cute that they think they've got enough men. They have not.
Scatter! Written in the stars.
No escape!
Germinate!
Need.
Scatter!
Ah, missed.
Go, Baron Bunny!
Shadows of fate! Propagate!
Get wrecked. Why are we just polite?
Propagate!
Turn.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
That's fine.
You need.
Get wrecked.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
It probably won't be long before we see more of them.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up.
Mm-hmm.
But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari?
Probably not a lot of places we can go right now, so probably was just like, they're either going to go this way or that way, so we're going to set up ambushes at both places just in case. Because if you have enough money to search for some mercenaries, you're probably going to get a bunch.
Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Puppies. Can I do this one? Can I pet this one? I can tell. Good puppy. All puppies are good puppies. No matter how old they are. Friend! Green-haired friend. Hello, friend. We're back!
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
You will not believe what we've been up to.
Hooray! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks.
Aww.
As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Yeah, we probably should at least tell him that the doctor is here. We should at least tell Tanari that, hey, what's his face is here. We probably should do something.
Oh, Kale.
It seems like curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
Of course we missed him.
What? Isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
Is it possible he already knows? And is like trying to figure out a plan? Because I'm trying to think, like, what could have happened that would make him rush off? Because I can't imagine. I mean, it could be anything, really. He didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule.
Well, at least he's organized. So it's probably not something he wanted her to know. So it's possible that he already knows about the doctor and is worried that she might react badly to that news, which is fair. You know, trauma can do that to a person.
To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of.
Yeah, well, it's very
Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research.
Or he wants to study those plants to see if he can... Because clearly the cures he's making here aren't helping. Or not helping as effectively as he would like, I suspect. So either he's doing this because her sickness has progressed, or he's doing this because he knows what's-his-face is here, is my guess.
I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Party's DI.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden.
I have a couple of guesses.
Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Please take care of yourself, Cly. Don't push to yourself too hard. Please take care of yourself.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Yeah, well, take care of yourself anyway.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
How far is that? That's pretty far. We have a waypoint that's closer. Oh, we've been here. Go for it. In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, this is green tea with maple and ginger. It tastes like gingerbread. It makes me happy. It isn't. Oh, hello. You're still using Catherine?
Wait! Look who it is!
Catherine, Nahida. Probably Nahida. I would suspect it's Nahida. But we should probably say Catherine, just in case there's somebody listening.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You are Nahida, right? You haven't been reprogrammed for the doctor, have you?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Hey, you have to be careful. There's a dude who can mind control people running around.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds.
We probably need to steal his TARDIS and take it from him. Oh, I'm sorry, but if they did want Doctor Who jokes, they shouldn't have called the character the Doctor. Because whenever I see it, I'm like, I need to make a Doctor Who joke every time I see it. So prepare for some of those.
Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the Doctor by myself.
I mean, she is still a god, and he's just a mortal man.
Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I agree.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Exactly. That's why we know it's actually you.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
Probably not.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix.
Okay, that's
Luckily,
nice.
I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. Whew. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
We need to hurry.
Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work.
I mean, you know, it's on par with Time Lord behavior.
Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
Well, we don't know if he's actually a combatant. I mean, yeah, the other Fatui we've met can be combatants, but we don't know exactly what the criteria to make them harbingers is. I don't think we've had that explained to us in the game, at least. I mean, there's probably been some side material that's talked about it, but I don't engage too much with the side material. I mean, I have seen images of him, so I knew what he was when I saw him. And also, they make it pretty obvious who's a Fatui and who's not. So, but we don't know exactly what he's capable of yet, which is kind of the point, is we have no idea how dangerous opponent we actually are if we were to face him weapon versus weapon. But we need to take away his ability to mind control the populace. So, I mean, I vote for just smashing the Akasha. However we would do that. I have no idea how we would do that, but we'd have to. End of discussion.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Yeah. So, well, they call them terminals. So I would suspect that there's probably an origin point somewhere, like a central thing. And we probably need to destroy it.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Again, we're kind of unique. Probably not hard to track us once you have our signature. We're not exactly, you know, it's pretty special. Special little traveler.
You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We have a friend here.
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Are we gonna tell Tainari who she is? Because that might be a conversation. Because if I'm remembering certain things correctly, Hanari has a connection to the Dendro Archon of some capacity. I think like his ancestors used to serve her or something. I think. Assuming I'm not misremembering. Hanari! Fluffy ears! Oh, it's you! Hello, friend. You're not the friend we were hoping to see, but hello.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Long time no see. Didn't expect to run into you here.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
You have no idea how happy we are to be seeing your friendly face.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Congratulations!
I'm really happy for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
I think I know why other people don't talk to her much.
Sounds incredible!
Actually, we're here for Tanara. We're in a hurry, so let's chat about this next time.
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
What promise? I don't remember this promise.
Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from
Oh,
Irminsul
this.
once I gained deeper insights.
Oh boy.
My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You know, this all sounds great, but we kind of have to talk to somebody.
You can do that?
Do you believe her, Nahida? Should we really be using her name just this casually? I feel like we shouldn't be using her name this casually. Do you believe her?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Should we be having this conversation, like, right in front of this normal civilian?
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
Oh boy.
We're using that incense again?
Oh boy.
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh boy. No. But this is what we're doing, I guess. Oh boy. This is a bad idea.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face.
Oh boy.
My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
Is that the plan? Is that the plan? Oh god.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah.
What was that?
This is neither the Greater Lord's consciousness or the Scarlet King's consciousness. That's Scaramouche. That's oh boy, that's another Harbinger. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need to smash some stuff. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh dear.
Did we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him.
Yeah.
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
He's tapped into the terminal, I think. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. We're gonna have to unplug him, I think.
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god. Such a noble will. Such sublime emotion.
Oh. Oh boy.
Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, we may need to stage an intervention. This is probably why nobody wants to talk to you.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periportal life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
You... Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me?
Because you need to snap out of it, friend. So this is probably why Tenari ran over here. Because this is happening.
I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
No. I mean, you found darkness, but I don't think you found any light.
Hypatia?
Chill. Deep breaths.
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
How honestly you want me to answer that question? Deep breath. We may need to stage an intervention about that. We'll just add that to the list of things we need to fix.
Wait, something isn't right.
Yeah, no kidding. There's your cue. Or not. Oh no. Catherine! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she's in our body now. And we're in hers. Wherever that is. I see you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, this has gone badly. What the... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh boy. Hi, Tenari.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Ah!
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
It's me. What just happened?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time, she didn't just transfer her mind into my body. Our minds swapped places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
Probably in her body.
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Yeah. I mean, he's right.
Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore.
Yeah.
But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time.
But I guess we're just gonna have to break her out. Who's ready for a jailbreak?
Is that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know. We can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful.
As she should be, considering circumstances.
Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh.
And
Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival.
And I have to step away again. I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
The moon refers to Nahida herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusions and lies refer to the Academia's plans.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Yeah, I'm sure he has opinions about that.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself.
Yeah.
I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
I would hope so. I would be very sad if you didn't trust us.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined.
That's fair.
All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I think I know what that project is about. I just received some new intel.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god. Which is a really bad idea. This is a bad idea. This is a terrible idea. This is the worst idea I've ever heard. Yeah, we need to stop this. We need to stop this. Immediately.
What?
Yeah.
Do you have any evidence?
I saw an ancient god under construction. Peja also showed us a so-called divine consciousness. Describe what you saw when you exchanged consciousnesses with Nahida.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Di and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self.
I don't think we can help her beyond, putting a sword through the false god, or under construction god. You know the end of Mass Effect 2? That's what I think we need to do.
If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru Village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
But the Tui is also behind some of this. Tui may have fanned the flames.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
And we're gonna have to kill at least one of them, I would suspect.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene.
Oh, I imagine we're gonna be doing a lot more than intervening.
But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now. We must stop them no matter what.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia.
And who knows, maybe one of them will learn something through this process that might be able to help us. Like where they are, like where they actually are. Like the physical location. Because I don't think we know where this place is.
If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Kainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Good luck, Mr. Fluffy Ears. So, yeah. Huh, it's this place. What? Yeah. It's people making bad decisions. So, yeah. So the balladeer is like the puppet, the shogun, then. And if that's true, I wonder if we can reason with him. Decisions. I mean, I suspect we're gonna have to kill the doctor. I fully suspect we're gonna have to kill the doctor. But, you know, maybe we can reason with the balladeer. Don't mind us.
We finally made it to Caravan Rabat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh,
Not the sand.
Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is quite impressive. Truly awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hey, it's him!
Huh?
Alhaitham? Where did he come from? Hello, friend. Well, sort of friend. Ally. Where did he come
Over
from?
here.
Yeah, okay. So, have you been studying?
Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Last time we saw you, you took the red thingy, the evil red thingy. That may or may not be corrupted by the god. So, how you been? Nothing too reckless, I hope. Oh boy. Yeah.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
Teehee, we're sneakier than you.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
We're not exactly subtle. We don't do very good at disguising ourselves. You're kind of noticeable, Paimon. I mean, the two of us are pretty unique individuals. This is why we should get new outfits, so we're less recognizable. Please?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thank you. I'll hate them.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
Yeah, well, we're still gonna be polite. Okay, buddy.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
I get the distinct impression that he may or may not be lying to us.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their order.
probably saw what the doctor was doing and said, yeah, no, I want no part of this, and decided to find us.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
So, you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Yeah, I bet you
Everyone
have.
says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be.
Well, I guess we need to find the people who found it. Or made it. I mean, I don't... I'm not sure on the origins of these things, but let's go find it
Which
anyway.
brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting.
Because I'm special!
The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
I've been hiding a lot from you, and from everybody, really. So, you know. Trust me, you don't want to know the things that I know. Must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. Or else, forget me.
Oh, Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated. I can't share what I know just yet. Well, here's the thing. We don't know what we know. If that makes sense. Like, we know some words, but we don't know who's speaking them, and we don't know when they were spoken or to who they were spoken to, if they were spoken to anyone at all. So, all we know is a few words. We don't know their significance or the greater picture here. If there is even a greater picture to grasp. I mean, I have a theory. I assume they were spoken by the Greater Lord in the moments before her parting. So, at least that's what I think. I feel confident in that theory. Is that they're part of a greater statement that was spoken by the Greater Lord in her final moments. We just don't have all the puzzle pieces yet. So, we don't know what it is that we know. The situation is a little complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Yeah, we kind of walked into that one.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Not really a lot of places we can go right now. At least places we can go and still figure out a solution to the list of problems. So, my theory, I think, is that somehow the Fatui have convinced the Academia that Kusanali cannot heal Irminsul, and thus they need to replace her with a different god. One with... and that god is going to be the Balladeer. Since they don't have anybody else here in Samara who could do the job, so to speak. Because that's what I think.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
And there goes Paimon running her mouth. And I'll level with you. I don't 100% trust them. Trust Mr. Alhaitham here. I mean, we may have similar goals for now, but I don't suspect that he wouldn't be willing to betray us if he came under the impression that it would help him. And the only reason he isn't right now is because he thinks we're more likely to help him achieve his goal, whatever that may be, or that we have something that he wants. And as long as he believes that, he'll probably be willing to assist us in some capacity. But the moment that stops being a thing, I don't suspect he will be willing to, he will be on friendly terms with us anymore. That's just my theory.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Not like we have a lot of other options right now. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's go to Aru Village. Forward. Sand physics. So this wall is interesting. I'm trying to figure out what it's made of, because at first glance it looks like trees, like tree bark or something. But it also kind of looks like stone. Well, I mean, I'm making wood sounds when I step on it, so it's probably tree. And that would make sense with dendro powers being plant-based. Still, very interesting shape. Very interesting material here. Considering everything. Where am I going? I'm going that way. Forwards. Terribly curious. Curious. Come here. Okay, fine. What the thingy is up here? Or am I crazy? There's this one. I don't think that'll get me quite to where I want to be. Sand physics. What's that material from the wall? Oops, scorpions. I think we made them.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Scatter!
Sinoma has a very interesting play style. Once I get him to a level that makes him a little more viable. That's a while. Probably not the intended route to get here, but it's fine. Here we are.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
And remember to be careful and inconspicuous, Paimon. I know that's hard for you, but still. Okay, cool. Froze for a second there, I was worried. It's loading. Enemies are best friends greeting each other.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
Hey, you don't know that. You've known me for 5 seconds, buddy. No need to be rude.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
So I assume he's in charge of that particular organization.
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
Oh boy! Yeah, that's fair. We've both been doing that. I know he's at least committed some crimes from the Academia's point of view, and, well, we're us.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
Did you forget that we first met him when he was breaking rules? So, I mean, even if he's not a bad guy, that doesn't mean that he doesn't do bad things, or at least things that are perceived as bad by the people Sino works for.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Busted.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did lie to us. Yep, pretty much what we expected he was gonna do.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
He's not here for you. He's here for us. Oh dear. It's an mission from the sages.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Oh boy.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Can't we though? Can't we though?
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Let them. Let them. At this point, let them. Just let them get it out of their system. Sometimes you gotta just have to let the two people kill each other.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure.
I'll make some popcorn. We'll get chairs and good seats.
Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Swords for brains. All of them. Play nice, children, or I'll turn this car around. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dea. Still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Oh boy.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Oh, hello, friend.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
Sandstorms are not fun to be in. I live in Arizona. I know what they're like.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
We're in a sandstorm. She kind of has to yell. Oh, stop being broody and get over here. Yeah, I think we just need to let these two kill each other and be done with it. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting. Is so we just have to let them get out of their system.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, want to play sardines with three people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
That's fine.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace,
Ooh.
protector of Aru Village.
Hello.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
That's a first in this game, I think. Having two different color eyes. That's fun. You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand.
Interesting that her headpiece is in the shape of a moon, considering the moon's symbolism, at least in this particular area. Also, hello Hydrovision, which I knew because I have her.
As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself,
It is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
Interesting symbol on her back. Definitely giving me more of that. Yeah, there's definitely some Egyptian-inspired motifs happening with at least these two.
So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
That's not gonna happen. I don't think that's possible for at least Al-Haytham. Him, probably. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the only time they're gonna be open and honest with each other is when they're just trying to kill each other.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Yeah, she's not good at it.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
Yeah, Mr. Grumpy.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
Which we all do already.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself. Doesn't exactly solve the problem, though, buddy. But we are working to help solve that problem, or at the very least remove the people in charge and responsible for the problem from power. So you and I may have the same goals.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
It's still too early to trust him completely. What if that whole story was just made up? It's too early to fully trust him, I
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Busted!
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yeah, I gotta count that. So, from the very beginning, I'll hate them as the sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
I'll hate them!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
Yeah, more like hand you over to the freaking Balladeer to probably brainwash. No, thank you.
The most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that. Is that enough to prove his innocence? I still don't fully trust him, though. But not really. I mean, like I said before, I trust him to not betray us as long as we're more valuable to him than whatever the sages can offer. So, and I don't know how much longer that's going to remain true. Especially once we reveal what we're actually after.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you.
Not really, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Okay, and how do you expect to study it and not come into contact with it? Because that seems like two mutually exclusive things.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
Yeah, they're still gonna try and kill each other later, I suspect.
As you wish.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
Is that what happened? I don't think that's what happened. I think they're still at each other.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Yeah, what are you doing out here anyway? Don't you have a person to protect back at Sumeru?
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, dear.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Puppy?
Whoa! What was that sound?
Sounded like a very big donkey.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
I don't think leaving these guys unsupervised is a good idea.
The sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
We're helping.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
Yes.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Don't kill each other. Those two had better behave while we're gone. I will put them in separate quarters. Probably grab this first, though. Where is she? Your friend. Bad guys. We must help your friend. Your friend, I am here to assist you.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is also something else.
Ah, here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Fate is upon you.
Scatter! villagers stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Hopefully. Did those two just stand here and
What we
watch?
fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
The mayor, or mayor equivalent, I assume.
I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent.
I wonder if that's also tied to the sick tree.
Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Yeah.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Oh boy.
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia.
Look, we have been here 10 minutes. We know nothing about what's going on.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tainari also brought this up before. Aphasia was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Oh boy.
But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Can you not? Can you just not, dude? For like 5 minutes. These two.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound.
I don't think they're actually crazy. I think that they just saw things that disagree with the way the academia wants people to think. So they called them crazy and exiled them.
But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Definitely something. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call this here for tonight. And I will see you all next time, whenever that is. Anyway, bye!